And hey, look, we're live on YouTube. I need to go down here and start Instagram. And now we are live all over the place, as many places as we can be
Okay.
for episode 94. You heard me right, 94
Oh
of
man.
Slurp Toast, a podcast. We got a shot at getting to 100 by the end of the year. I was doing the math earlier. It may be episode 1 of 2026, but we're going to be close. So, anyway, what's going on, my friend?
Oh, just stuff. No, no, my doctor's put me on Manjaro,
Uh-huh.
and wow, this new dosage has been kicking my ass.
How so?
Um, I said this once. I go, day 1 and 2 is nausea and cramps. Day 3 and 4 is this overwhelming, need to go throw up, or this need to go run into the bathroom and just, sit and think for a while. And
That's not good.
and then when you get to the bathroom, your body goes, nah, just kidding.
Oh, that's fun.
You're like, said you're just like, yeah, I'm going to puke this time. So you get about halfway to the bathroom and your body's like, no, you're fine. Sit down. We just wanted to move around.
That sucks.
Yeah, then by the end of the day, or like on the last day before I redose, people are like, Jesus, man, what are you doing? I go, I ain't gonna be able to eat tomorrow, so I'm eating everything today.
And you know what?
That makes me a little bit
ill, yeah. Yeah, because it's just like the garbage feeding. It's like a raccoon on meth, man. Just anything that's edible in the fridge is fair game. Just
Good Lord. So, what dosage are you on, if I may be so impertinent? I mean, I'm asking for a reason because Laura's starting it, and I'm curious as to what.
So they started off with like the 0.25, right?
Okay.
And the point, that's to get your body used to it.
Okay.
Okay, that one hit pretty hard, and I ended up losing like 10 pounds in a week.
Wow.
Or maybe 2 weeks, but I mean, they upped it to, I'm up to 0.5. I'm up to half a full dose, and I'm going to basically tell them, I hope the numbers work out for you because I will quit taking this if we go higher.
Jesus. Have you lost more weight?
Oh yeah, I'm down like I'm probably down about 15 pounds since you saw me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot in like 2 months.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So like 25 total ish.
I'm probably getting close to 20. It depends on what time of day you weigh.
Sure.
In the morning we're like, whoa, that's way too much weight. Then at the end of the
night,
day,
you're like, oh,
okay,
this sucks.
That's not so bad. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I think once I start, I am going to have to buy a belt, which is.
I kept my skinnier pants when I put on all this weight, just aspirationally.
Yes, and you look at them in the closet, and go, one day, my friend.
Yes.
Boy, I hope khakis with pleats come back.
They have to. Everything does.
Everything does.
Watch the screen. Look what I can do now. They added a new feature. Watch this. Whoop.
Oh.
Whoop. Whoop.
That's
useless but fun.
Exactly. It's like, what's the point of that?
Well, it's so you can relocate your logo where you wish to have it on either side of the screen, but it's more fun just to make it fly around.
Just make it move around, baby.
Whoop. I walked in on Jack watching an episode of Next Generation yesterday that I did not remember.
Oh yeah.
It was because I walked in and Riker was, of course, Rikering on the bridge, right? And they did the pan across the bridge, and Worf was at the helm, and there was a Ferengi on the bridge. And I went, hold on a second.
That sounds like an alternative timeline episode.
And then Picard comes on, and he's got a goatee, and I'm like,
it's evil. It's a mirror universe one then.
Yes.
Did he have the sleeves?
They had different uniforms, and
okay. There's one where it's
a little alien. Then, like, there were a peace process with the Romulans, and that was a fake. And Jack goes, "Oh damn, he got inceptioned." And there was this alien kid. It was like 2
Yes.
layers deep of like, and I was like, I do not remember that one. I'm sure I saw it, but yeah.
Yes, it's
And then
sounding
Riker had a
familiar.
kid, and he looks at Troy and goes, "Who's his mother?" Like, come on, Deanna, tell me we boned again. I mean, it was so
Yeah.
pathetically
You're
desperate.
breaking our hearts here. Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Oh man, what's up with you?
Well, I've got some disappointing news today. I had purchased
Okay.
some really good tickets to the ex Los Lobos concert that was coming to town in November. I had really good seats for that. And they canceled the whole fucking tour today.
Why?
Unforeseen circumstances is all we know so far.
Who got deported?
No, I mean, Exine's pretty right wing, and they were traveling with a bunch of Hispanics from LA. There may have been some
It's
concerns about,
probably logistic concerns.
yeah, I think there might have been. But yeah,
Just
so
been a
now
rough-
look,
You really got to thread that needle anymore.
so so now
Well,
Los
I think
Lobos.
maybe it could be the fentanyl epidemic, which what I heard killed 300 million people last year.
Yes, exactly. Math is hard. And we better be
Decimals
careful
make
what we
it
say,
tricky.
or we'll get our license revoked today, apparently. So I don't know what's happening anymore.
It's just a bunch of pussies who got in charge and think that it is. It's just a bunch of pussies who got in charge, and now they're going to make all of us pay for the fact that they, had a bad haircut in high school and like
and
nerdy things. Do what the others did and found a software company.
that's what Gen X did.
That's what Gen X, we'll create Hot Topic or AI. There's no reason to go into politics and make everyone fight for us.
Topic or AI.
Yes.
That's a potential episode title right there.
It's like having a Kentucky Derby winner or the Messiah. Some of these things are just boiled down to two choices.
Nicely done to our episode 93 finale.
It's everything. It's just binary. It
everything.
Really is.
If you get down to it, you can get to binary choices.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes it's good versus evil. Sometimes it's Hot Topic or AI. I don't know. It's
two different kind of evils, really.
Yeah.
We have somebody who uses AI to draft emails, and it's like,
what?
You get this email from them, you're like, seriously, we know you're not formatting your emails, and 2, I've never heard you use any of those words in normal conversation. And I've worked with you for several years.
My God.
Wasn't even sure you knew that one. At least I know when I use the word Luddite, there's no one else in the room who gets it. I tell them to look it up, but
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you have to Google Luddite.
Damn it. You're firing off all the titles early.
Yeah, when I don't feel good, I just I make up for it with just with humor. I'm masking a lot of pain here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We had a consultant who decided to use an example of waste as his wife bought a month's worth of milk at Costco, right?
Okay.
And he goes, so what is that an example of? And I said, you need a milk, because
he needs a cow?
No. We said, this is in my group of people. I've apparently infected several of them because
beg your pardon.
I say, phrasing. So I go, it's probably waste. He goes, yes. He goes, what do we do with this? And I said, buy a milk fridge. And he goes, a what? I go, a milk fridge, a fridge for your milk. And he goes, where would I put a milk fridge? I go, in the garage next to your meat freezer?
Like an American?
Huh? Yeah.
You need a garage fridge.
So then my Rosie's, I'm trying not to use names. Anyway, woman on my team turns to me and goes, "A milk fridge," and she and I start arguing like an old married couple. I'm like, "Of course, a milk fridge. You need a milk fridge. What do I need a milk fridge? To put your milk. You got a month worth of milk. If you don't put it in a fridge, it's going to spoil. Maybe I shouldn't have bought a month worth of thing. You don't know how to save money. I don't understand how your husband keeps you alone." So the consultant is now trying to like get this under control. He goes, "Well, if I get a milk fridge, I'm going to have to maybe remodel my kitchen. And what is that an example of?"
Why? It's going in the garage.
And that's what I said. I go, "Why? It's going in the garage." And then Frank jumps in. He goes, "Well, that's going to increase the value of your home." And then the new guy on the team goes, "Oh, that would be an electrical job for us." I go, "Your wife has given work to us and she has increased the value of your home, and you're complaining that you have to freeze milk. I don't get it."
You should really send her back to Costco.
Yes.
It's all
See what
up.
else she
It's
gets.
all upside.
It's all upside. 1,000 rotisserie chickens for your chicken fridge. So anyway, he finally, we stopped
The
the madness
chicken
long enough.
fridge may have put me over the
Chicken fridge, yeah.
brought to you by Pedro's.
Pedro's chicken
Tell you
fridges,
what on your
yes.
Pedro's in your chicken fridge.
Your chicken fridge next to the milk fridge, next to the garage freezer. So then we have a follow-up meeting that was a Tuesday, and on Friday we have a follow-up meeting. I'm mad because I'd worked the whole Saturday before and wanted to leave early, and they scheduled it at 1:00. Bastards. Of course, afterwards, I mean, but I went to Quick Trip, 7-Eleven, Stop and Rob, Come and Go, whatever people call it, wherever they're from.
Hack-a-sack.
Hack-a-sack, yeah, hack-a-sack. I went to hack-a-sacks, man. I got some dope and a month's worth of milk.
For the milk
So-
fridge.
For the milk fridge. So I brought in milk for everybody in the room.
Nice.
I come into the meeting. I go, "Sorry, I'm late, everybody. Had to hit the fridge. Milk, 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 milk."
That's very Alex of you, man.
It took him a moment. He goes, you drink lots of milk here. And then Frank finally, after he's not getting it, says, "Is this Costco milk?" And then it dawns on this guy.
Not familiar with the callback.
Not familiar with the callback. And I told somebody that goes, "That was pretty, consultants take this stuff seriously." I was like, "That's why we edited the joke down from, we have a mini fridge in one of our offices.
Mhm.
We were going to unplug it, put it onto a furniture dolly, and then bring it into the room with us and plug it in." And have it
Full of milk.
full of milk.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
That's
so
good.
yes, later, having a one-on-one with ownership, and they mentioned, "It's good to see you having fun at work again. You seemed," I was like, "Yes, you inadvertently brought me a new toy to fuck with."
Nice.
Oh, but my best part was when the whole group just went off on the milk fridge tangent and was
That's-
coming up for practical reasons.
You can't teach that.
You really can't. It's like
Practical
new-
reasons and beneficial outcomes of the milk fridge. I like
of the
that.
milk fridge. Yes, I think you were trying to use this as the example of too much inventory, and we turned that into a positive. So,
Well done, sir.
well, and then at the end, we actually did everything the way he wanted us to do it.
That further confused the poor guy.
Further confused the poor guy as I'm explaining the principles of why we're doing these things, and he's like, "I really like what you're saying. You get it." I was like, "It's not that hard. I mean, shit. I drink a lot of milk. My brain's
It does a body good.
does about it good."
We learned that a long time ago.
Oh, I loved it. April, what are you milk fridge for? That's just stupid. Oh, now you're calling me dumb. I can't believe I came here to be insulted.
Nice. So funny. Oh.
Cool.
So-
When's radio show start?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I just updated this. Dun dun dun. Thank you for asking. Nicely done, sir. I start this coming Monday, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think we're going with Crossroads for the name of the show.
Okay.
And went and had some training at the station last week, and we're light years away from the last radio station I worked at.
Where
But
are the
it's gonna,
knobs?
you're not. There's no toggle switches. There's no
Whoa.
tape machines. It's like everything's digital, and it's very cool. And they're not opposed to like fun drops, so I like that.
No, good.
And yeah, so yeah, thanks for asking. So Monday, the 22nd at 8 p.m. I'll start my new show on KWVH. If you're interested in listening, they do have an app and they stream all the shows. And then they have a library where you can go back and listen to them for like 2 weeks. So anyway,
Okay.
kind of cool because
Do you
I can
do it live then, or
I have the option of doing it completely from here, or like putting together the playlist and submitting it and then doing it live. I'm going to do it live for a little while just because that's half the fun. Right, being in the studio,
yeah.
Get out of the house, and it's a cute little country town, and there's a little restaurant right across the street. So Laura's going to get out of the house too and go down there and drink wine and wave at me from across the street. And there's a pizza place right next door, and it's got, like I said, I think I've told you before, but it's like the studio is this big like all glass enclosure right on the main drag. So I mean, it'll be at night. There won't be much traffic, but it'll still be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And I dig the way that it's put together. I get to set the playlist up myself and then submit it, and then they've put it into their system, and it automates and extracts all the metadata and puts it on the screen.
Wow.
And pretty
you'll
cool.
Be able to talk about it,
Yeah, and when I went,
fun.
Yeah, like last week when I went to train with the program director, he because apparently, you can record all your breaks while standing there for the whole show, and then just let it run. Or I could record the breaks here too, and just submit the show in total.
Okay.
And I did that, but it sounded flat to me
because
I wasn't
reacting to anything.
Yeah, so I think once I get a few shows under my belt where I'm actually doing it live, get that muscle memory working again. I think I need that. But yeah, so Monday night, we'll see how it goes. The playlist is already submitted, and I actually have 3 more already put together and ready to go, and started on show 5. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So thanks for asking. I appreciate that. And you want to move on to our main topic for the evening?
Yes. Let's move on.
All right. So tonight's topic, based on my headgear, is going to be related to baseball. A couple of months ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, they started talking about doing some realignment in Major League Baseball to sort of even out the divisions and maybe do away with some of the league stuff. Anyway, kind of a radical vision the way for what is generally such a traditional sport, right? Which got me. Go ahead.
I was going to say, after you kind of made the DH universal, and and interleague play is no longer just like one weekend in June,
right?
Getting rid of the leagues seems kind of a natural sort of.
Yeah, and I believe the NBA has done it where they just have divisions just for
it's Eastern, Western,
yeah, and so, but then it's so that got me thinking about other things because on Gonzo Geek, our old website, I had done a couple of different ideas for realignment. One was based on just geography, which is kind of what they're looking at now, more geographical divisions, and I had done one based on salary, which was more fun because that was just an interesting mathematical exercise, if nothing else. And so between all of that and the way my brain works, I remembered an episode of Ted Lasso where one of the players asked Ted, what happens to the teams that finish last in American sports? And his reply was along the lines of, well, nothing. They just finish out the season and start over next year. And the British soccer players were just gobsmacked that there were no consequences for sucking, right? And there aren't really in American sports. I mean, there's guaranteed money across all the platforms. The players have guaranteed money. The owners are socking away TV money. there's really no consequences to just once you get in the door, just pocketing as much as you can, right?
See the A's,
Yes.
the Jaguars.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Laura and I have also watched Welcome to Wrexham, right? Which is
Yeah, okay.
again about Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney by a sort of lower tier English Football League team and their quest to get it to the Premier League and the difficulties that go along with that, right? And so all of those things were rumbling around in my head, and I decided, well, we should just go ahead and do relegation in Major League Baseball because it's such a. If you take it as a whole, including all of the minor league levels, it's such a monolithic industry. It can be done. It would require a few things to happen, right? One, you have to disengage the team affiliations. That has to go away.
Okay.
Because there are ways that they move players around in EFL that I don't understand. I'm not even going to pretend to do that. But
like when most they contract them and type of thing.
Yeah, and for a limited time or whatever. Yeah. But all of those minor league teams were initially independent of major league. Help me out. Words have gone away.
Yeah. No, the affiliations.
Thank you. I don't know why I lost affiliation, but yeah. So they weren't affiliated with a major league team. They were owned and operated, and then they contracted players out based on deals that were made. You'd have to kind of go back to that model for this to work. And the other part of this is when we get into my math, the numbers are hypothetical at best because I had to use real numbers that wouldn't really apply as we move down this track, right? So just bear with me as we go through the numbers, and I'll explain some of the math as we get there. But
thank you. And I had the when Alex Rodriguez signed that ridiculous contract with the Yankees, it was going to be the Rodriguez division.
Yes,
where every team was under.
Because there were several teams that were under their entire payroll was less than Alex Rodriguez's contract. Yes, there was a Rodriguez division in that, and there was also a Scott Boras division based on highest payrolls.
Highest payrolls, yeah, yes.
So here's where we start, right? So here's the structure for the English Premier League, right? So there's and I did not go this far. Let me take that ticker off because it's fucking me. I mean, these go all the way down to like regional, like, and this would be like independent, like the Savannah Bananas, right? So I didn't go that far because I don't know that. I think once you get below, I went major league to double A on my scenario.
Okay.
So that's the only levels I included, but I'm pointing to the screen like you can see it, but that shows you how many teams are relegated down and promoted up from each division, right? So I went with the 5, just the top 5 thing. Right? Everything below that is useless for our consideration here tonight. But so the first thing I did was compiled all of the records from last year, from Major League all the way through Double A. Okay. And I just ranked. I've had some time with this. It's been I've been playing with it for a while. Okay. There were calculations involved to figure out how many teams were in each division, but essentially the top 16 teams in Major League Baseball are going to be our top division. And this is their end of 2024.
16. Okay.
Yeah. So this is their end of 2024 records for all levels. Right. So, and I tried to do it so that would make sense for like playoff seeding, right? So 16, we can have my other idea is at the end of the season, we have a 16 team playoff, one game. We can get it out of the way.
All of it,
we can just the top 16 for the MLB world title, whatever we want to call it. We can get through that in about 2 weeks. I figure with travel, 2 weeks, we can knock that out. Yeah. And anyway, so there's 16 teams in MLB. You look at the second division, which is an orange. That's when you start seeing we get 4 AAA teams loaded in with the bottom tier of MLB. All right. Then your third division. and again, this is all based on last year's numbers. You get down to where you don't get to double A, do you get to like the 4th division here in the pink, and then the bottom, the bottom is the bottom. Double A, it's going to be hard to get out of double A. Let's just call it what it is, right? I mean, and that's the whole point of this, right? Underperforming teams are going to
get pushed down.
Right. So if you look at this, I put the little carrots here. So at the end of last year, we would have seen the Twins, the Red Sox, and the Rays move up, and the Mariners, Cubs, and Cardinals move down.
Okay.
And then we would have seen you would have seen these 3 AAA teams move up to, and I'll show you. But anyway, so you can see it gets more. This is just a basic starting point, right? And this is where the records are hard to make equal because minor league teams play fewer games, right? So you'll see some weird things in the numbers. But this is the starting point where I line them up based on by league, by record. This was just then I broke them out using random numbers. So what you get then is this is where we start the 2025 season. You can see these are the 3 teams that moved up, the 3 teams that moved down, the 3 teams that moved up, the 3 teams that moved down.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Okay.
The other thing is I renamed all the leagues. So MLB is the top 16, right? Okay.
Right.
Then the National League is the oldest of the 2 leagues. So that second tier becomes the National League. Third tier is the American League. Then I just went ahead and used the International League because that was the most generic of all the minor league team division names. So that's your 4th division. And then all the rest of them were directional. So I just left the bottom tier as MILB, and we'll just call it to be named later. Maybe that's the call it the Pittsburgh Pirate Division. I don't know, but but so that's how I renamed them. I did skip over that. So
low A.
So this is all of the teams from from MLB through Double A where they would have started this season. So the color coding just shows you the movement.
You got
to promotion and relegation. So from international to AL, we move up 4 and move down 4. From international to MILB, we move 2 up and 2 down. So I used the numbers from the EFL chart. I just used their numbers. I didn't reapportion anything. I just used their numbers for ease of conversation.
How do they stock? Is there a draft or anything? I mean, how do you start off as the Indianapolis Indians, Indianapolis?
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. How do they get the talent to?
That's okay. So here's where one of the things that has to happen, right? First, we have to break the affiliations, right?
Okay.
The second thing is the ownership is going to be key here because they're not going to be affiliated with a club, so they're going to be on their own to get talent. Now, there are logistics and all this I haven't worked out, right? I did the numbers.
If you've got if you've got ownership groups that want to put baseball in Salt Lake City or want to put national, major league teams, Salt Lake City, Nashville, wherever, Portland.
Mm-hmm. You'll see here the Nashville Sounds
that you would have
moved up.
You would have ownership groups though that could step in.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things about the Wrexham model. I mean, they have invested money in facilities, in town infrastructure, in community outreach. They have made advertising agreements to bring revenue. Now, most of those are with Ryan Reynolds' 8,000 companies, but but still, they have gone out and done the legwork to bring this team up like 3 levels in EFL in like 4 years. I mean,
that's pretty impressive. Yeah,
it's really amazing, right? They promoted twice in 2 years to get to the Premier League. It's fairly impressive. So yeah, I mean the key to all this is ownership groups and their willingness to spend money for their team and the community. I think is gonna. Like I said, I think that's a big piece of it, right? Getting the investment in the community. I mean, you use
that's where you can get not just like your monster awful Yankee fans, but then your regional. Okay.
Yeah, you start building
Manchester News sort of a thing.
Yeah, you start building that regional or local loyalty, and there are towns that they're talking about expanding to. Nashville being a great example, and right here, just based on last year's performance, they're one of the teams that moves up, right? So they've gone from the third tier to the second tier just based on their record last year, completely arbitrarily, right? But they're here. So and then this year, where it gets really interesting because the next slide is going to be their records this year through current. Now, the one thing I do have to point out here is what I will do in the next next slide is I weight the schedules based on number of games, and I'll go back and update it at the end of the season and see how it pans out. But so it's going to be total games played regardless of division rather than 162 for the MLB teams and whatever. Their schedule is weighted toward their games played. So
okay.
So this is where we are as of this morning. So if you look at this, you can see the teams with asterisks are the ones who were promoted last year.
Okay.
So you can see Boston is taking advantage of their promotion. They're number 8. Minnesota is in danger right now. These last 3 are the ones. These are the spots in danger of demotion. Minnesota is in danger of going back down again after their 1 year in the bid.
Yeah, they got ownership issues.
Well, like I said, these are all, it'd be a lot of fun to figure out a way to simulate this and see if it actually works, but there's not. So we're just going with the numbers as they exist. And here's where it gets interesting. The Nashville Sounds, currently promoted last year out of the 3rd division of the 2nd division, currently would get promoted to MLB if the season ended today, based on their record. They're going to have to fight off the Mariners, I think, here at the end. Mm-hmm. But right now, the Cubs are positioned to move back up. The Sounds are positioned to move up another division. Okay. In 2 years, they could have gone from the 3rd division to Major League Baseball. And then if you come down here to the bottom, you can see this is where it gets interesting to me. The Nationals, the White Sox, and the Rockies are in danger of falling to the 3rd tier. And the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, and Tacoma Rainiers are positioned to come up. Yeah, and jump over these 3
former
Major League. Yeah. See, and that's where it gets interesting because it's all the action typically is going to happen here in these bottom pieces, I think, because let's be honest, you're not going to get 5 or 6 third tier teams jumping up to Major League Baseball right away. But as the new model gets into play and you see the benefit, the ownership groups then start making those changes. There was one over here that I loved. It was the Omaha Storm Chasers.
Yeah, Mark wanted. Yeah,
they were 2nd tier season 1. They're in danger of being 4th tier.
Oof!
Like they're dropping as fast as the Sounds are rising, right? So, I mean, and then you get these teams that are right here. The Montgomery Biscuits move up. And like I said, perhaps there should be more action between these 2 leagues than just the 2. What I just used the English Premier League numbers, but I think there might be a need to maybe jump those. Maybe do 4 here, just to get some movement there. I don't know. 2 seems like it might be too few. I don't know. Nope. So, it's an interesting mental exercise that I find fascinating. Trying to imagine how these sort of, especially like the AAA teams, like the Sugarland Space Cowboys have a really nice stadium right outside of Houston. That's Houston's AAA team. So they're right there. Imagine if they got up into here and then Houston and Sugarland were both like in the same division playing like for the crowd for the. I mean, it's the fourth largest city in the country. Why shouldn't they have two teams? The top three have two teams, right? I mean, it's
Sure.
not unprecedented.
And Houston's a big enough market.
Yeah, I mean that team is southeast, southwest. Anyway, I don't know. I think this would be a lot of fun. It would. It's good. I'm going to send this to John later, and it's going to break his heart. But because he's such a purist. But I mean,
Oh, goody. Oh,
he especially won't like that his Cubs got relegated the first year.
Oh man, let's hit Chris Weinrich up with this too. He doesn't like the Savannah Bananas because he and I talk about this. There are certain brands of baseball cards he doesn't like because he is so set on things being a certain way. Yeah, because like
and he's a Cubs guy.
He's a Cubs guy. I swear to
Okay.
God, man. In college, you'd be sitting there. He'd come into the room, bouncing this goddamn basketball, and he'd be like, "Cubs win again. This might be their year, dude. It is game 3. Game 3 of 162. You have shown that you cannot sustain. This is like the worst hot take ever, Chris. This is like,
Your sample size is faulty.
Mac Jones is going to be an MVP. No, he's not. It's going to be a really hard fall to earth moment. Baker Mayfield, he's an MVP candidate. It's 2 weeks, guys.
Right. And if he keeps running like that, he's going to look like Joe Burrow. I saw a thing the other day after Burrow got hurt, and it said America has X million obese people, and they can't find five in Cincinnati to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, this is all mental masturbation, but it's an interesting idea, if nothing else. I mean, I would be, because we have, let's see, where's, and I was going to point out that if you look at the charts, I had to reshuffle it. Never mind. Kansas City's, your Royals were down here in danger of being relegated, but I had to make a couple of changes. People were in the wrong division, so they moved up. Right one, yeah. So, and by the way, I own one share of stock in the Atlanta Braves. I don't know if I ever told you that. They're publicly traded.
Yes.
So I bought one share. So
Congrats, man.
Thanks. I'm an owner.
Man, you're big time now.
I'm part of big baseball. Yeah.
Big baseball. Not relegated.
I'm sure they don't get relegated in my fantasy scenario that I've concocted in my brain. But like the Sacramento River Cats got promoted in this scenario, and they're in the top 6 in the in the National League in year 2, so that's a reasonable. I mean, they've come from down here. My favorite part here is this right here: the Washington, Chicago White Sox, Colorado getting dropped down to the 3rd division,
blowing out.
Yeah, and the Pirates. I mean, there's enough games left that the Pirates are in danger. Let's be honest. But I don't think there's any chance of the White Sox and the Rockies not going down.
No.
I think so.
Where's Oakland in all this?
Oakland is number 27.
What are they? Sacramento, North Sacramento. I'm sorry, Sacramento, the North Sacramento High School A's.
They're number 27, so they're sort of lower mid part of tier 2.
Okay.
Just above the Marlins. Another misbegotten. Actually, they have the same record as the Marlins. So, and both of them are in danger. Oh no, I was gonna say they're in danger of being eclipsed by the Columbus Clippers, but no, they're 10 games is not going to be made up in a minor league season at this point. So
yeah. We've got like 7 games to try and claw back into the playoffs, and there's like 12 to play. And it's like you got to play perfect and hope that
somebody stumbles.
Yeah, that Seattle or Houston or it's just like we're out. I didn't bother to buy a playoff strip because I'm a realist. I waited till the last.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I waited till the end, and
The 1 year when we had Astros tickets that I did not buy into the playoffs was the first year they made the World Series. And I was so mad. Of course, they got wiped out by the White Sox, but it was still annoying.
yeah, and playoff baseball is a lot of fun. It is draining.
Oh, it's exhausting.
Oh my God, because it's every night for most of October. I think I got to the game 7 of the World Series in 2014. Frank goes, how you holding up? I go, it's over tonight, man. I don't have to go anymore. He goes,
You don't
what?
have to go anymore.
Exactly. He goes,
You don't have to go at all, as it turns out.
yeah. He goes, what is, because that's not very, I go, dude, I'm white, man. It was October 3rd and now it's the 20th. I mean, shit, it's almost November. I don't know what the fuck is going on. My birthday was in there somewhere. I don't know. By the way, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And also to Barrett, you guys are
Yes,
2
what's up,
days
Barrett?
apart. Yes.
Oh, we're the same day, I think.
No, I thought you're the
I'm the
7th.
7th.
Then
Yeah.
he's the 5th. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
2 days and 2 years apart. That's how I remember.
2 and 2.
Yeah. So, oh well, hell, I forgot. Yeah, playoff baseball, fun. Energy is incredible. You're living and dying by every pitch. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That
all kind of
could bring a little bit more excitement to these leagues. Although I don't know, man. If you're like in that bottom tier league, are you even trying at a certain point?
well, I mean,
You're looking at the top, going, yeah, never.
well, I mean that's where the ownership piece of it comes in, right? Because this is where you start, but I mean,
So you come in with $1 billion, buy a little tiny team, and
buy the Biloxi
Tulsa.
Shuckers, and then make them into a regional powers because there's nothing there.
So you're
There's
not
no
competing for entertainment.
baseball in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi.
Everybody gets paid.
I mean, seriously, you think about that. I mean, I just looked down and picked that one at random, but that's a really good example. They have a market they could capture along that that Highway 90 corridor through there that there's no competition. Actually, is there a? How did I say that? I think there's a. Is there a team in Alabama? You would think I've looked at this enough I could remember, but like there's a team in Vegas. There's nothing out there.
Man, a team in Alabama, that could be, the Alabama heritage, and they just come out wrapped in Confederate flags.
The Rebels.
The Rebels.
The Rebs.
Yeah, the Rebs. The Alabama Rebs.
Yep. Oh, there's
Here's
a
our
there's
mascot,
oh there's a
Colonel
Birmingham
Lingus.
there's a Birmingham team. There's a Birmingham team.
There we go.
That's North Alabama. So I mean seriously, North Alabama being a very arbitrary market. I agree, but that
Did you
team
do market with air quotes?
yeah, but that team is not far from Atlanta, right? So depending on how you run that,
They could draw.
you could get a little rivalry going right there. I mean, Vegas and Reno, imagine the gambling on that game.
Do we have to imagine anymore? It's
No.
Sports Kings. You can bet on the color of their shoelaces. Yeah.
The other day we were watching the Kansas City Philadelphia game, and they showed them lining up for a field goal, and the damn sign over the goalpost was bet MGM, and I'm like, really? So every time they line up for a kick, we're going to see that.
Well, and they allowed private equity to NFL owners to sell a percentage to private equity, and it's like, I don't think you realize that this is not good for the sport. Because if you look at what private equity has done to brand after brand after brand, you think, oh, the Raiders are going to be awesome. Nope. They're going to extract every bit of dollar out of out of Las Vegas and then move the team
again
to exactly to North Sacramento.
Move it back.
It's only high school with pro football and baseball stadiums.
Oh, so anyway, that's my mental
Gymnastics?
master. Yeah, yeah, it was fun to play with the numbers, but again, they have no real bearing on real life because you can't really compare a AAA schedule to a major league schedule. All you can do is weight it so that the wins carry the same amount of weight across divisions, right? Across leagues. So
Yeah.
whether you're playing 120 games or 162 games,
You got to find a way to.
your 84 wins matter the same amount, right? So anyway, so that's it'll never happen, but sure would be fun to have some consequences for
To being the A's.
tanking a franchise, the Pirates, where you've got great players, but you're not willing to invest in the franchise.
Oh, that's a fun thing. Like, okay, so the Indianapolis Indians, um, yeah, I'm walking through their stadium, and they have a very nice ballpark, but the players uh, Roger Maris, you know, played for them, and then you're kind of like going, you guys got. I talked to the guy in the gift shop when I bought my jersey. I go, did you ever get to see Paul Skeens play? And he goes, no, he was here for like a month. He did like he goes, he did like 4 starts. They had him on a pitch count, and they pulled him at like 50 pitches, and then up the ladder. He goes, so we didn't get to see him hardly at all. And then they talked about, yeah, we got to see this guy and that guy, and we got to see them develop. And then here's our big money guy, and he's gone.
Well, that's another thing. A lot of those, like the Durham Bulls have been around forever as a minor league team. Sure, they've changed affiliation, but they've been around forever. They could start claiming, players for their own Hall of Fame, right? I mean, in this scenario,
Oh yeah,
whoever they're Tampa now, but they used to be. I think they were Atlanta for a while. So surely some of the Braves
could
that
make it in there.
went through there. Surely some of those pitchers from speaking of playoff baseball, those Braves teams in the 90s killed the Astros over and over and over. It was brutal. We kept running into that Smoltz, Glavine, Maddox. Even the year we rented Johnson for a couple of months, it wasn't enough because he could only pitch once, and they still had
2 more in the
Even Steve Avery, who didn't pan out all that well, was a great 4, right?
Yes.
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, he'd have been a 1 on any other team, and he was a 4 on that team. So this has been Sports Talk with Bruce and Steve.
Hot takes.
Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes.
All right. So our candidates to go undefeated all season long and the Super Bowl, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Behind the legs of Baker Mayfield.
On the legs of Baker Mayfield. The comeback kid. Clearly, Cleveland did not know what they were doing. He was with Cleveland.
That's a given. That's just Cleveland.
You guys have got
Cleveland to Cleveland.
You guys have 4 quarterbacks on the roster.
And none of them are any good.
Oh, my God, yeah. What did they have? Jameis Winston, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco.
And Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur and the other kid, too, that they drafted.
They traded one of them.
Oh, they did?
Like right before the season. They traded like
the
I think it was Pickett that they traded, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought like after that one preseason game and Shedeur did so well, like, oh, everybody made a mistake. And it's like, God, it is a preseason game.
That's what I said. He played again in like the fourth quarter of a preseason game, late in preseason even. So there's not even anybody they're remotely interested in playing now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So, oh, well. What did the Browns trade to get Shedeur Sanders? Nothing. They didn't trade for him. They picked him off the pile.
They were the last ones. I think they lost a bet. I don't know.
Hey, baby, Steve. Brown's got a Brown. Bet you don't take another quarterback.
Psych. Hey, what's on your desk?
What's on my desk? Okay. What's on my desk? This was a interesting afternoon find today.
I'll get after you go. I'll explain the laugh. Go ahead.
Okay. So no, The last time I played golf, I actually ripped the sole off of my golf shoe.
Okay.
I generate a
Go
lot of
ahead.
torque, and I came off of the tee box, and I was like, "Why does my foot feel so weird?" And I picked my foot up, and the end of the shoe is just doing this.
You keep
Um,
Gorilla Glue in your bag?
no, I had to actually drive back to my car and just put on a tennis shoe and went back. So I played with one golf shoe, one tennis shoe.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, so anyway, I had to go out and try and find golf shoes. Those are unnecessarily expensive, but I think most golf gear is because it's like you spend $1,000 and you're not any better than me.
Can't you just buy some cleats?
I
See,
thought
I
about
don't
it.
play
I was
golf,
close.
so
I was close. Yeah, buy some baseball cleats. That'd be
yeah,
fun.
some
What's going on?
spikes.
Hey, it's a handball. It's a handball. It's a racquetball mitten I use for my golf club anyway. So,
Kitchen mitt. I don't
well,
know.
it's not really a mitten, but it's one of those. Being a lefty for golf, you don't always have your choice pick of things. So
Right.
I did like a racquetball glove for that, and I swing like a swinging a baseball anyway. So
Nice.
there is a used vintage. It's called vintage stock. Duh. Anyway, it's used toys, used CDs, comic books,
Okay.
you name it. If you can sell it back to them, pretty much they buy it as long as it's kind of geek related stuff.
All right.
So if you are ready,
Hang on a second.
okay.
Okay. He's right over there.
Oh, you've got him?
I've got him. Hold on.
Oh, nice. See, okay, mine was loose, no attachments. It was only
So
a
you didn't
couple
get
of
the
bucks.
wrecking ball?
Huh?
You didn't get the wrecking ball?
No, I didn't get the wrecking ball. And what's funny is I paid like $6 for this, right? Nice. I looked on eBay and they're selling the wrecking ball for 17. It's like I'm not
How much
buying
did you pay for iron?
6.
6. Nice. I actually have the full set of these. I need to
Oh, do you?
unbox lead and platinum and tin came together.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
As like on Matty Collector, right toward the end of Matty Collector.
Uh-huh.
And lead is just enormous. Hold on. So there's platinum and tin.
Okay. All right. Nice.
And
But
here's
they're
lead.
holy shit.
It's huge. Here.
God, that's like
Just the
Kong and
scale.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I can't find. But that's okay.
I went and looked at Ross tonight too, because there's one next to the Dick's.
I went
Well, yeah.
I went to one at lunch today and they didn't have any. They did have like 6 of the old LJN style Darby Allens from AEW. And I was like, I need to do some research because if I could drop 25, they were like $4 a piece. I'm like, I'll drop $25 and get like 12 a piece. That's a pretty good return on investment. So I may be going back for Darby. I haven't decided yet. Anyway.
Okay.
I love those Metal Men figures. Those are awesome.
So yeah, he was like on the bag on the shelf, and I was looking at him going, you know what? He doesn't have the accessories, but as long as somebody's not trying to get $17 for the wrecking ball and the screw,
It's a
whatever
pliers.
wrench. Yeah,
wrench. Yeah, it's a wrench.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I wait and play the super long game, I probably can cherry pick those at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like $17 in best offer. Well, I'm going to insult you when I offer you 2. So,
but that's really all that's worth.
yeah, without the figure, it's kind of like, oh, I got a little ball and chain for my tiny little mistress. I don't know.
I may have shared this before, but I'm going to share it again. Just a second. This will be like one of those explanations for things that are wrong with me kind of situations. Let's see. This is nope, not that. Where'd it go? This one.
We're going to a whole nother camera.
Yeah, hold on.
I see something colorful.
There it is. This is one of the first comic books I remember owning. I don't know why I got my mom to buy me this, but it's Walt Simonson doing Eclipso and the Metal Men.
Oh, fun.
I have long since lost the original, but have repurchased it, and it is awesome. And in fact, I have somewhere up here, I have a Walt Simonson DC trade. Like they collected a bunch of stuff he did back.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I've seen that.
And like both, like because I'd never read the second half of this story, right? Because I was like a kid, but it's in there. But yeah, so this explains my love of the Metal Men and Eclipso for reasons that are baffling to anyone who I ever try to explain it to.
I had a Metal Men comic, and I remember reading it and clearly in the middle of something because I had no idea what was going on. I just knew there were these robots and that one of them got melted down, but then came back, and it was like, is Magnus a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
Psycho. What is the deal?
Exactly.
They have not made a Magnus action figure. That I do not have. They made they did not make a Doc Magnus, which made me sad.
So basically, just got to get a brown-haired guy in a lab coat and then drill a pipe in a Fred McMurray pipe in his head.
Yeah, he's a plaid sport coat because he always has a plaid. I have long thought those characters would make for an amazing animated show. It would be so much fun.
And it'd have to be animated, I think.
Yeah.
Because if you try to do it live action, I don't think you would be like, oh goody, it's all CGI.
Yeah.
And they would all be, it'd be like watching a Transformers movie, which would be like cool 100%. To look at, but I don't think there'd be a heart in it.
Yeah. With the animation, that you
could do. Oh man. And not that shitty Marvel What If style that they do.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that. I think you just hire somebody to go not quite as into the Spider-Verse as they go, but
they used them on quite a few times on Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, because there's a gold figure from that line.
There's one of those floating around my house somewhere. One of the boys had that one. We had most of those. But it was really cool because it had that kind of like retro animation style.
Mm-hmm.
So
that could really work a lot.
Yeah,
I mean that could work really well. That would be cool,
and it would be fun to maybe we'll voice cast that one sometime.
Yes, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because you know the girl's already going to be Scarlett Johansson. But anyway,
or Florence Pugh.
That one works too.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I was laughing when you said this was a purchase today because I stopped on my way home because I didn't have anything on my desk.
I have something on the table across from here that was going to be it, and then I saw this guy today, and I may go run and get him after.
Well, I have two because I made two stops. You want to do two?
Then I'm going to go get another one.
Go get your other one. Go get your other one. I know I'm going to open my other one. This is exciting audio, I know, for everyone at home.
I was not seen hobbling across because I stood up and like my legs. I'm sitting like not in a chair but on a stool.
You've said that before. Can you get a chair, please? So you don't cripple yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, it was kind of you stand up and it's like getting off the toilet.
legs are dead. Legs are asleep. Yep.
Oh, you're opening it.
Well, yeah, because I was trying to decide if I was keeping it. Now I'm keeping it.
Now you're keeping it. All right.
What's your second one?
Should I fill in?
Do you want me to go first? You want to do my first one or you want to do your second?
We'll alternate. You do your next one, and I'll do that.
All right. So I have been putting off this purchase, but this was what I stopped at the first Target to look for, and they didn't have it. But I found it at the second Target. I finally Got the
Ah.
Ken Cooper Planet of the Apes trick-or-treater, complete with bag.
Uh-huh.
It'll be a lovely addition to my monkey shelf. This is
Yes.
a really cool idea. I did not realize how expensive these things were. The
No,
price
that's
point is a
why.
little out of control.
Yes, and that's why I have exactly. Well, I've got the two. I've got the creature in the Black Lagoon and the glow creature,
Mm-hmm.
and then outside of that, the first one I bought was Nosferatu, just to
Mm-hmm.
see how they were, and then it was like, this is a line I will cherry pick because I do not want to be $500 in at 20.
Yeah, it was
But
25
yes,
bucks. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, 25. Ours are 20. Shit.
24.95.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now, if they do Marvel figures, and we've talked about this, if they do a Red Skull or a Thing or a Spider-Man, I'm totally down.
I'll
I'm
see you
60.
coming.
Yeah. Oh, I guess maybe. I haven't priced them out. I have the Jaws one too.
Okay.
So,
Oh, Instagram disconnected. Bye, Instagram. I forgot to say goodbye.
all righty. Bye.
All right. Bye, Instagram.
Okay.
All right. What's your next thing?
So the next thing, as you know, I've expanded or I've added Pokemondays to cultural,
Yes.
to casual villainy and hero worship. And you want to go down a rabbit hole with the Pokemon cards. They have 1,000 different characters.
Oh, good Lord.
I watched a video of some guy trying to build a collection of all 1,025 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And he put it at, I have
Just any
thoughts.
just any card, just so we could
I
collect.
think to get it going, yeah, it was any card. I don't think he said, I want to collect, the special hologram cards or anything like that. He may have upgraded to those, but he was really just trying to collect the base sets of everything.
Okay.
And he gave himself the video, it's a long form video. It's like 45 minutes of him.
Oh my God.
But he's doing it like wave by wave. And he gave himself like 3 months to do it. I like those videos because it shows collector enthusiasm and the collector community. And it's not because I think the Pokemon collector community is about to just get fucking wiped out by scalpers. Like every third video in my feed is like some guy in front of a stock ticker, wiggling his finger. And this is what you got to invest in. And it's like, no, that's not, no. Yeah. You guys are in for a treat. I've watched
We've
what
done
they've
this before.
Yeah, I've seen what they did to Funko. Mwah, I know where your road's going.
Comic
I
books.
like collect. Yeah, I'm just going to wait you all out and pick up your shit for pennies. But that being said, they have some very cool art. But one of their 1,025 is a character called Halucha.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is a
Okay.
hawk luchador.
That way. That's amazing. That's awesome.
So I didn't even know that the Pokemon had little figures and stuff.
Oh,
God damn
that's
it,
awesome.
Steve.
There you go.
So yeah,
That's and it's all the colors are good. Oh, that's awesome.
and so I don't know if yes, and they every now and again like evolve them into another form or
Right.
do what I don't. Somebody goes, well, do you play the game? I go, I don't even know. I don't know how the game works. Do you just punch each other in the dick until one of you can't get up? How does it work? And he goes,
I have to pay extra
kinda.
for that.
Actually, he said, kind of. This is the way he's explaining the way the game works. So anyway, they've got they've shown art for it online, but I think he's going to look even more like Rey Mysterio because they've given them the big fancy gold neck collar and stuff. So that's like, honest to God, you guys need to slap a belt on this thing.
Oh yeah. Would you like a belt for yours? Because I think I have some. I will send you a belt.
Oh, I still got to send you that.
I will go in the closet and find a belt for your Lucha Hawkador. Right, so,
It's just such. I saw it. I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to get that.
well, yeah. So the vintage stock place is like a Kansas City thing. Is it
It's regional.
Okay.
They go as far south as Oklahoma, and if they also brand under the name Entertain Mart.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know if they go as far south as Texas, but I know they do Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and maybe some other areas.
Um,
So
Can I
what's
say
your
something? My
next
second
item?
one, I
Yes.
had we've talked about these figures and I had never actually seen one in the wild, and I don't know if you have either, but I found a Todd's mod,
Oh yeah.
Killer Croc.
That one that's cool. I've almost bought that several times.
This is the first store I stopped at, and they didn't have the Planet of the Apes guy, and I saw they had him and King Shark, and I was like, oh well, as a Louisiana boy, but and I
Yes.
walked away, and I came back, and I picked it up, and I walked away, the way back, I picked it up again. I was all right. I'll hit the scanner on the way through, and then and it was like okay, that in case I can't find the other one, I'll get this one, and then if I find the other one, I'll take this one back. So I haven't decided if I'm keeping him or not, but he's awfully cool looking.
He is cool because oh god, the first wave was Bane, I think, and
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, the
And the
Batman looked
Batman,
cool,
mhm,
but it was very like Dark Knight Returns.
yes. And have you seen the Superman? Because he has
Mm-mm.
the smallest head humanly possible on the body. That one, that I think that and King Shark are the best of the two.
I
And that
love the
one,
snapping turtle head on him. That is one of my
that
favorites. It's
one,
like it almost doesn't look like an alligator. It looks almost like a snapping turtle head.
that one actually that may be my favorite. That is cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, I couldn't leave him on the shelf because I've never, like I said, I've never seen one in the wild ever, and
Mhm.
I stopped at a lesser trafficked Target that's on my way home, and there he was. And I spent more money today on toys than I have in a long time because I also pre-ordered the Batman and the Mobius chair from McFarlane today, so that'll be on my desk sometime
Oh,
soon.
Batman in the Mobius chair. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've decided I had to have that one
Okay.
because I
By the
love.
way, oh sorry.
Good.
Go Vintage Sock goes as south as Dallas,
Dallas. Okay. Well, I
Arlington. Yeah.
don't think I'll be in Dallas again anytime soon, but since that part of my children's lives appears to be over, but
Okay.
never know. Never know.
In case you were wondering, there it was. But anyway, yeah, I spent more on toys today, and yeah,
Yeah, but I had the Batman and the Mobius chair on my calendar at work,
nice.
and I had McFarlane toys open, and I kept refreshing, and then finally went, "Oh, there he is. Yes, I'll have him, please." Because that was one of my that was a really cool page in is that New 52? Maybe it was right toward the end of New 52 when like suddenly he was in the Mobius chair and he knew who the Joker was, and it was just like, oh fuck yeah, let's give Batman all encompassing knowledge of everything.
Because
So
that'll play out well.
yeah, no bad things can happen from that. Nothing bad will be come out as a
Nothing
result.
bad from giving Batman power.
Unlimited power. Yeah.
Unlimited power. Yeah.
Nothing can go unlimited power over time and space. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Not with Batman.
So, well, that
I
was.
will.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say. I will say. Oh, his alarms come forward. Nice. I am the knight wherever he is. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm definitely sending you a belt for that guy.
Oh, yeah. I did the same thing you did with that you did with Killer Croc. It's like I picked it up and I walked around. I go, I'm not doing this. This is dumb. And then I put it down. I was like, but it's a lucha bird. It's a bird that the mask makes it less. The
You wouldn't be
feathers
able
is
to.
like,
I'm the
yeah,
only one you can explain it to that will get it. So
yeah. I mean, let's be honest. It looks like Rey Mysterio coming to the ring with one of Ric Flair's robes.
exactly. Or Terry Taylor's Red Rooster robe.
Oh yeah, except so much cooler than poor Terry Taylor as Red
That was a
Rooster.
travesty. But anyway.
Um, but hey, you wanted to be famous, and You didn't have a gimmick that a dozen other guys didn't have, so
You got rooster boosters.
you got rooster boosters. Oh God. Ugh.
It's horrible. Just one of the worst things ever. So yeah, so I guess sometime in October I will have all powerful Batman on my desk, but
Very
I'll
cool. Very
say
cool.
later. Yep. That's
Yeah,
the first time I've ever ordered anything from his website. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty proud of that fact. I
But
popped
you
my
hadn't
cherry.
before now, or
Yeah. Of course, now I'm getting emails, so I'm going to have to go back and unsubscribe from something.
Oh
So,
yeah. Toy collectors to me are a weird bunch because like they're putting out this whole line, like McFarlane decided, fuck it, I'm just doing everybody.
Yeah.
You've got Dr. Midnight, you've
I'm
got
losing
this.
the license. I'm going to do everything I want to do.
Okay, boys, let's dig deep. What can we pull out of this the rabbit's hat, so to speak?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I've got Clock King. Remember him? He's up there.
Clock King, yeah. I'm still waiting for the giant demon because I thought I'd seen it out in like an online entertainment Earth type of thing.
Oh yeah. I need that one for.
But they do an animated Ross. Have you seen him?
Oh, I saw him when
Probably today.
when we were in San Diego at that
yeah.
Target we went into. I should have
Oh
bought him.
yeah.
That's the only time I've seen one. They had just come out.
Yeah,
I did
it's like
see the Chase Adam Strange at both Targets today, and I'm like, I like
Eh.
Adam Strange, but
not $30 like.
yeah, no, that
I'll
would
buy
be
him
a
a
buy.
pop.
A
Yeah.
buy and flip, and I don't really care that much. So
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that money on 6 Darby Allens that I can flip for a
They
profit.
make a couple of bucks, yeah.
Yeah.
Or one killer Hawk Lucha.
Or Snapping Turtle.
Or Snapping Turtle.
That one is really cool. I think he's staying. He's staying.
Yeah. That's a problem when you take them out of the box.
Kong versus Godzilla.
The really cheap remake. I changed this dude's balance. I moved his little wings forward. Now he won't stand. Oh well. Nope, no little holes in his feet. I'd have to glue him to a desk. I will say it's kind of funny though.
Actually, Killer Croc might get to go to my office and sit on my desk.
There you go.
I think that's where his destiny lies.
Yeah, I've been as I've been trying to find more Pokemon cards for Pokemon Day.
Right.
I've ended up going to like a lot of the card shows, but there's a card store near me, and the lady.
That's not good.
It's really not, because it's like I go in there and she sees me rifling through. Like, here's a nice thing. There's so many of those cards. They have those bulk boxes where you can sometimes find some really cool stuff for a dime.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I go through and I have a bunch of those, and I come up and I start talking. She goes, "So do you have a favorite character?" And I was like, "I honestly just like the artwork." And she goes, "I get that. I do too." So we start talking, and she goes, here's a bunch of stuff I just bought. I haven't put it out yet. Go look, dig through this. And so I found a bunch of cards in there that I liked. And then I looked through a couple more boxes, and then she goes, "Is that it?" And I was like, "Oh man." I go, "I really like that one in the case." And I'm like, she goes, "Oh shoot." She goes, "I haven't priced this in a while." So it's $30 on the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, "Oh, it's only going for 15 because those prices are like roller coaster." So she goes, "You know what?" And then she looks at all the other stuff, and she's like, bargain basement the price. She sold me the one card for 12. The other stuff I had, I was like, "Oh shit, that's like $20." She goes, "Let's just do 12 on this as well." So 24. And I walked out of there with a buttload of stuff.
Enough content for weeks.
I got enough content for at least 3 to maybe one a week. Yeah, I got content for a long time.
I'm really liking what you're doing with those, by the way. That's really cool the way you're doing them. And,
Thanks.
and
the Oranga Guru was a blast to write, because I keep looking at that card going, "This is fucked up."
I like the commentary on Doctor Strange's foot wraps.
Not a fetish. And it is Richard fucking Chamberlain.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he I totally screwed this up. I started too early. Should have been doing Doctober and just doing alternate between Doctor Good Guy, Doctor Bad Guy. So I
yeah.
think I may announce that I am in the middle of Doctober. I will wrap it up sometimes towards the end of next month.
It's well, would that make September? You started in October. Just do October in October. We're still in September. You're good.
Yeah. Oh no, but I've already done Doctor
Oh,
Strange,
I gotcha. And Dr. Polaris. I
Doctor
gotcha.
Polaris, and
Gotcha.
you know how hard it is trying to find fun, inexpensive. I'm like only spending $1, $2 with shipping on some of these things, right?
Right.
Finding a decent card of some of these characters, because there's one called Doctor Hate, and weirdly I bought something and there's a Doctor Hate card in it, but it's the only freaking character card and it's garbage. That's
I
like,
have some somewhere in the closet. I have some cards from like the 90s. I'll see if I have any doctors in there that I can send you.
oh yeah. So yeah, it is fun for me to go looking for the cards and like writing up Orangaroo. When you look at the picture, like, okay, there's a monkey and he's got this spread, and that's a van. That's like a minivan, and that's a woman lounging in a hammock in his van. What the fuck is this? who who checked this art where they turned it in? You know?
What the fuck is this?
So I
That's
started.
kind of been my operating principle when it comes to Pokemon pretty much the whole time. What the fuck is this?
There is some. I've got one character card that I know what it looks. What I find is I respond to them, like, so I'm looking at the monkey and going, I know nothing about this thing. This character means nothing to me, but this is a funny card because I can make up a story about this guy. Like,
Sure.
it's a bad teen movie. They stumble through the woods. They find that shack and the guy turns out to be really cool and an ex-hippie. And then he gives them a life lessons. They do like that heroic reset. They kind of gather their wits, and then everything turns weird after dark because they've all dropped acid and now they're just wigging out. He's coming, and then it was also fun to try to work in as many orangutan references as I could, because I think in the first draft it was Kevin who got stabbed. I'm like, no, Dunstan, the Dunstan movie. So I changed the name. And then ended with the real genius moral imperative, because at the end of the thing I was like, that's what it is. It's fucking Laszlo.
Nice. Coming out of the walls.
Coming out of the walls. So yeah, it's just kind of fun to like look at the card, and then it's like a prompt for, because
Yeah.
I showed Frank one of the cards and I just started riffing, and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I've got this thing and I could just make up the story. It'd be as bizarre as I want to be. And, and just so that part has been a lot of fun for me, but it puts me like at complete opposite end of the collecting Pokemon spectrum.
Sure. I can only imagine the hate you must be getting.
I haven't got any hate, but I'm pretty sure that, if one group would be like, I don't understand why you don't like save your money and buy a Charizard. And I was like, because it's a fat Puff the Magic Dragon. That's why, because it's not badass. Okay. It's not a monkey in a van down by the river. Okay. This is not, I don't know what you want from a card, but I want to be entertained. Okay. I don't want to just like have it in glass and say it's a $700 card, which is sadly the truth. Charizard is a $700 card. That thing I showed, I bought it out of the dollar box, and I'm pretty sure I got a discount on it because I bought the other stuff.
Who's having more fun with their collection?
Who's having more fun? Yes, you get to put it on a shelf. You do a video. You show a little bar graph in the background, and you act like you're an investor. And well, no, I'll just continue to go up, make silly little stories about these things. And I guarantee mine will be way more fucking interesting than yours.
Well, now that you've torched the entire Pokemon community, I think I'm just gonna remind folks again that I have a radio show starting on Monday at 8:00. Tune in. I've got 52 minutes of quality blues programming for you on Monday.
Very cool. Very cool.
So yeah. So, and I think we're going to call that the end of episode 94 of Slurpos Podcast. Until next time, I am still Bruce.
I am still Steve, living my best life in a van down by the river. Wishing I was a Rangaroo.
Trebuchet, kids.
Trebuchet,